fact that it's really easy to install and I can throw data into it very easily and then like do sort of exploration with Cypher and then get some visualizations up is for me the sort of like the killer feature of it.
By the fact that we have a Cypher language which is very declarative and very smart, you can actually execute your questions close to your data, actually where the data is.
What I love is the traceability of Cypher effectively. It makes it so much easier to kind of work out where you're going wrong.
They start working on a problem and then in 2 months they decide that they have to change the schema, and then a week later they have to change it again and then again and again and again. So having something like schema free is actually the best solution for all of them.
I truly believe in emergent architecture. One wonderful thing is that I can build my initial structure and during the time I can evolve the structure of the graph.
I think it's very easy to make more sense out of data, basically. So you can organize your data into a graph and then you can have immediately some new insights which you didn't know beforehand.
For me, it's not just the graph database, it's Neo4j itself. It's super extensible. You can do whatever you want with it. And that's what sometimes people forget. My hope is that SQL dies a horrible death at some point and that we move on to a better language.
But after that, we found that graph database is really cool and they are the database from future, and we really don't need a normal relational database.
We figured that there's got to be a better way, and eventually through a number of complications and a very non-linear path ended up with what's today known as the property graph model.
Now we have over 1 million users per month, and the architecture since day one hasn't changed so much.
It was as if a surgeon was trying to perform surgery using oven gloves. When I came across Cypher, I thought, my goodness, this is brilliant. This is actually now like a surgeon using a scalpel.
I want to do something with content management, where we have trees, so page trees, file hierarchies, organizational trees. It was a perfect fit to just map hierarchies and trees in a graph database.
The more I played with it, the more I thought there's opportunities to use this in a wider platform, not just inside my little projects, and started thinking about how we could use that potentially alongside WordPress projects.
This idea of being able to start storing data without having to model it up front, I thought that was brilliant. The other one, I'd say the possibility of inferring new knowledge based on the information on your graph. You identify patterns and you can enrich your graph with new knowledge based on data elements that you have.
The thing with databases is that you can pretty much fit any domain into any database. It doesn't really matter. You can always fudge something into it if you want to. But what I found with Neo was that it fitted without me having to translate anything. I didn't have to write a set of translation tables in my SQL server or start putting in weird links in my document database to try and hook things around and find things. It was just automatically linked, and it makes navigating through the domain a lot easier.